Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
And I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. Should be a relatively quick week for Top 5 Fridays.
Sure.
We'll get right into it with our housekeeping items. We announced that new clearance section, I believe a week ago, a little over a week ago, maybe. And in announcing that new clearance section on our website, we also said that there was an extra 20% off. That extra 20% off, unfortunately, is not going to last forever. Monday, is that going to be the 19th?
Yeah, that's what the...
Yep.
Yeah.
Monday the 19th is the last day for that extra 20% discount. And then you'll see the prices just go up. There's no coupon code required. The prices are just as marked, reflecting that extra 20% discount. So take advantage while you still can of that extra 20%. And then looking forward or looking ahead, that clearance section will stay there forever. So that's really where we're going to put like the really cheap stuff.
Yeah.
So.
No, I was sad to hear that 20% was going away.
Yes, you've mentioned that several times now. No, there are some really good deals. So if you haven't yet browsed around that clearance section, I would strongly encourage you to do so. And then just a general reminder of our pre-orders right now. The big thing for us with these pre-orders is that we're giving you kind of a tariff-free guarantee. Still some uncertainty of what's going to happen for prices. What may happen is that we might have to end up paying the manufacturer more. If you do one of these pre-order offers, you'll never be expected to pay more. And then if you don't know what you want yet, but you're interested in that concept, you can just pick up the $100 tariff-free price guarantee coupon. Acts as a normal coupon, gift card, whatever. So it goes towards the price of the skis that you choose to buy or board, or skis or board.
Yeah.
And then it also guarantees that you'll receive the original price if those prices do end up increasing. Did I explain that well enough?
I've heard it a lot, so I get it by now.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment or just pick up the phone, give our customer service team a call. They're pretty readily available this time of year.
Yep.
Not as slammed as we are mid-season. And then from a content perspective, big thing this week was that Unleashed 120 review. Pretty exciting new ski from Nordica. Takes the Unleashed shape and overall vibe and takes it in a slightly different direction. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they continue to evolve, and they're all right there.
Yeah, they look great.
They do look great. Somebody mentioned that Nordica nailed the graphics for the Unleashed for 2026, and I agree.
Yeah, and I was just doing the ski test videos for the Santa Ana series and going through feedback. Most testers mentioned how good they looked.
A lot of fondness for graphics.
Yep.
So, yeah, exciting stuff. Probably the biggest thing on the horizon that we're planning for content is a piece on the new marker Jester X M-Werks 16. I may have mixed up the order of those names, but
You got them all.
yeah, I got them all.
Yeah.
We're waiting for a couple pieces of information and some kind of some graphics that'll help explain it from Marker. So hopefully we get those soon, and then we'll put that together ASAP. And I'm ready for news. Are you ready for news, Bob?
Thumbs up for the news.
All right, topic number one. This is a big one. We talk about this pretty much this time of year every year. We just received all the stats, skier visitation stats from the National Ski Area Association. And Bob, this was the second busiest ski season on record. And it's still going, technically.
Right. Still visits at open areas.
Yep, we will be ticking up ever so slightly from the 61.5 million skier visits that we had in the United States this year.
It's exciting stuff.
It's a lot of skier visits.
Yeah, I was looking it up. So do you know what country is second?
I don't, but am I allowed to guess?
You are.
I'm trying to be strategic with this, and I'm going to say Canada.
No.
Do I get a second guess?
I'll give you a hint. Similar language.
To the United States and Canada?
No, to Canada.
Oh, France?
Yes.
I was going to be like, United Kingdom? Really?
No, France was
that would have been my...
10 million behind, and then Austria's a close third.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I was just thinking Canada because it's so big.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess, like, I don't actually know, like, there must be more ski areas in France and Austria than Canada.
Yeah, and also they get, part of the article was that that France and Austria get a ton of people from
Other
elsewhere,
countries,
whereas
yeah.
U.S. skier visits is like 97%
US.
U.S.
Yeah.
skiers.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. When you're factoring in, like, tourism,
Yeah.
like, I skied Austria.
Yeah, Canada was in the top 10, but it wasn't top 5, I don't think.
Interesting.
It was fewer.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, my mind, I guess, just went to, like, Whistler and
So, there's got to
Tremblant
be 20
and,
million people that go to Whistler.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to pad their
Yeah.
stats a little bit, but hey, you learn something new every day. For those that are unaware, the 22-23 season, that still has the record for national ski area visits. That had 3.9 million more than we had this past season. And a big thing that, the ski industry executives of the world are excited about is that we now have a 3-year rolling average of 60 million skier visits a year.
People are funny. Like, they like the good business, but they hate crowded ski areas.
Yeah, I think the people that like the good business are the ones that don't
Yeah.
care if it's a crowded ski area.
I guess you're right.
I think those are two different people.
Yeah.
But it is interesting, just the dichotomy there of, like, these are the numbers that the industry needs to make it happen, and then a lot of people upset about crowded ski
Right.
areas.
Yeah.
And then all sorts of people, arguably us included, that are encouraging more people to ski.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, it's an interesting situation, but pretty cool. Skiing is alive and well.
Yep.
Second topic of the week, we got the provisional schedule for the FIS Alpine race season. We won't spend too much time on this. If you're interested, just follow the links on the written article and you can get all the nitty-gritty details. As we already know, there will be no Killington race this year as they are installing a new Superstar lift. I believe work has already started.
Demolition is certainly,
That counts as work.
that's either done or underway.
Yeah. I like when the helicopter in the new towers.
That seems to be a big day for everyone.
Yeah, a pretty exciting day. So instead of Killington, we're going to get some races at Copper Mountain, which I'm looking forward to. We will get a men's Super G on Thanksgiving, Bob.
Fun.
Pretty fun.
Yep.
And then we will get a men's giant slalom on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, also referred to as Black Friday commonly. And then the following weekend, or the 2 days right after, we will get women's giant slalom and slalom. And I was asking you where the race hill is at Copper, and you were saying Super B.
I thought it was Super B area.
Did you confirm that through your research?
Nope.
Does
Just
anybody know where...
Ended up looking at maps.
Yeah, can anybody tell me where the FIS race trails are at Copper? Because having just been there, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. What is it?
There's American Eagle and
American
American
Eagle,
Flyer,
yeah.
and I get them mixed up.
Yeah, I think it's the Super B area. But again, I
I
could be
just
wrong.
think maybe it would be. What if can they finish coming through the half pipe?
I always think they should try mixing disciplines and
That'd be pretty sweet.
get some style points at the end of your.
The slalom race could finish coming
yeah,
through the
for
half
sure.
pipe
Yep.
and finish right down in Center Village.
No one ever tries anything anymore.
maybe that's one that they shouldn't try. But yeah, if you're interested, then check out the full schedule. Pattawattamie.
How many times did you read that before you came up with that pronunciation?
Just now, once.
Nice.
Pattawattamie. It's got to be. Pattawattamie County in Iowa. This is an interesting highlight. It's a great example of what municipal ski area ownership could or should look like, which is very interesting, and it caused me to raise a question like, are there any municipal ski areas in New England?
My cursory search couldn't find any that were like legit owned by the town and part of their parks and recreation department.
I mean, I feel like it's not something that is talked about very often. But then, like, the more I think about it, like, think of all the municipal golf courses in the world, and like the similarities are.
Ooh, what about Hardack and St. Albans?
Oh, that probably counts, right?
I bet that counts.
Yeah, great point, Bob. So anyway, this is a look at Crescent Hill at Hitchcock, and they have proven to successfully operate a ski area, a municipal ski area with no increased burden to taxpayers. They purchased the area in 2021, and they've got some exciting stuff coming. They hired a consulting firm that specializes in recreation and resort planning, and now we are learning more about their plans to turn it into a year-round recreation area.
Complete with a fire pit, I see.
And hiking trails.
Yeah.
I like that the article was like specifically highlighting that they're like low impact summer activities. Mm-hmm. You know, they're not putting in like
a mountain coaster.
I was just going to say a mountain coaster.
Or a water park.
Not to like throw shade at Copper Mountain that we were just talking highly of. Yeah. They have a sweet mountain coaster.
Yeah, but those places, it fits in with the infrastructure.
Totally.
It sounds like they don't want to violate the footprint.
Yeah, which I think is really, really cool. So take a look at this if you're interested. And yeah, I like the idea of more municipal ski areas. I'm sure there are people that disagree with me, and they probably have really good reasons why. So please disagree with me and give me those reasons if you feel so inclined.
Linden Outing Club, maybe?
Is that not run by the Northern Vermont University?
I don't know.
I believe that's...
And then what about the one that we talked about earlier that Stratton lent their fan guns to? There's one like in Brattleboro or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. There's got to be more.
Yeah, if anybody has a list of municipal ski areas, do you think like Wikipedia has a list of... No. You would have found it. I trust your research abilities.
Well, it was 5 minutes, but...
Still.
Yeah.
Anyways, so pretty interesting. And then this is a fun topic. Topic number 4 here. Canadian ski resort Sun Peaks has heavily invested into snow farming, which has become like a pretty ongoing theme that we talk about here at Top 5 Fridays. And I always feel like it's perhaps a glimpse into the future of what the ski industry is going to have to do. So this is a British Columbia-based resort, and they have become the first Canadian ski resort to invest in the product called Snow Secure, which are insulated mats for snow farming. Their goal is to retain 14,000 cubic meters of snow, which will then be used to open early season training facilities. It sounded like they were shooting for like November-ish to have some early season training facilities. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I like the snow farming concept. You know, as long as it's financially sustainable and makes sense, then like why not?
Yeah, and if you're a place that has benefited from that in the past, like getting ski clubs in there to train and rent area, then great. It could work.
Yeah, and for them it's like it's a pretty financial thing. Like it was a pretty significant financial investment, and they're, anticipating that they're going to get the revenue.
They said it was like $170,000.
Yeah, that's.
And like, I wonder how long the mats last.
Yeah,
like, are they?
I would think a while.
They got a 10-year life, or
I don't know. Good question.
Yeah,
we could call Snow Secure
and get a quote.
Yeah. We got to be more proactive on these Top 5 Fridays. Just bring some phones in here and start calling people.
Right online. Yeah. Right on the air.
Yeah. Put them on speakerphone. Yep. More locally, Jay Peak is currently farming snow for a June rail jam. Although, alternatively, they're just using hay and tarps, which felt like a very Vermont thing. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And Jay is like kind of completely the opposite, where they are doing it for this rail jam. It's more of a PR thing. It's more of a fun event. and it's far less like financial based or financial driven. So pretty interesting.
You remember the old Memorial Day half pipe or rail jam here at Stowe based off of the old half pipe?
Fondly.
Yeah, that was great.
That was one of the best events of the year here in Stowe. Whether it was a ski event or anything else, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was
like hundreds of people walking up the mountain.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool visual.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some edits somewhere.
Sweet.
From those days. Yeah. That was my scene, Bob. And that's it for news. Just our edits of the week left here. Big park heavy week for edits.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
It's all rails.
Yeah, and then I was giving Matt a hard time for not including enough park stuff, and then he told me that I was extremely wrong because all 3 edits, and I told him that I retracted my statements.
Okay.
So he was pleased to hear that. So first edit is a slush match from Nines. First time that they've done a slush match at Nines. I have not yet watched it. Looking forward to do so.
Sounds like they're asking for trouble.
A slush game at Nines. That's like just massive features. Yeah, scary. And then we got a bonus edit from Jib League. They've really been putting out some great content lately. And then lastly, we've got Cruise Control, which is kind of a short film, 17 minutes long, and some really, really stylish park skiing in there. So if you're looking for kind of feel-good park edits, can't go wrong with any of these 3. And that's all I got, Bob.
Great. Did it.
Yep. It's going to be cold next week. Did you see that?
40s in the evening? And
yeah.
Yeah. Right back to normal springtime temperatures.
Yeah. There's still snow up there.
Up
there. I drove through the Notch last night.
Still fun to see.
Should we go skiing?
It's bike season.
Yeah, fair. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Bob, because I saw a comment, I don't remember on what video, potentially on your Unleashed 120 review, where somebody was saying that they wished there was a bike essentials or camp essentials, I assume in reference to camping equipment.
Like tent camping,
you
think?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I suppose that kind of prompted me to have this thought, to ask this question. In general, would you rather see us just continue to do ski content all summer long, which we absolutely can do, no shortage of stuff to pull from, or would you like to see us review bikes again? Because we did some bike reviews.
We did a few, yep.
I don't think we did any last summer.
I don't think so.
I think it was the year before that we did most of our bike reviews. And yeah, let us know. I've been riding mountain bikes for a long time, although my golf game gets in the way of the frequency of riding my bike these days. But Bob's an avid rider. Matt is exactly the same on a mountain bike as he is on skis.
Yeah, I am not.
No, you're not. I'm not either, actually. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
I might be closer than you to your ski ability.
I always have to tell people I don't ride like I ski.
But yeah, Matt is a ripping mountain biker. So yeah, let us know. I'd just be curious to get some general feedback of whether you'd prefer 100% ski content or whether you'd like to see some summer stuff trickled in there. We used to do rollerblade stuff too. I don't know that we're going to bring that back because fortunately we don't sell many rollerblades anymore.
That'd be something my kids would be into.
I keep telling you that anytime you're going rollerblading, you got to let me know.
Yep. Fresh new repaved section of the rec path here in Stowe.
You want to go soon?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me know.
All right.
Should probably let my knee heal. Can't talk. I hurt my knee running.
That'll teach you.
Running's dangerous, people. Look out. So yeah, anyways, hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and we will talk to you next week.
Bye.